conocidos de Steve le propusieron conocer a un amigo que vamos a ver a continuación. Se llama Stephen Paul. Este chico de Oregon que está estudiando de ingeniería le muestra a Steve uno de sus inventos y con ello se queda impresionado.
And the friend said, you should meet this guy Steve Jobs. So Steve came over. We both played pranks at school. Tricks on other people are called pranks. And we both had a reputation for liking electronics. Now, I was the super designer and Steve understood electronics, and that's probably about the only thing in school that he understood or liked. But that doesn't mean much, you know. What you're gonna be in life. I got all of my computer learning outside of school, not in school. I drove Steve up to college with his girlfriend, the one he eventually had the child Lisa with. Drove him up to college, and I went up to visit him at that college up in Oregon. Long drive, 11-hour drive, but I did it about 6 times that year. You know, so we're hanging out with friends, but then Steve started staying up in Oregon. He's in Oregon, I'm in California, and once a year he'd come into town and he would see the latest thing that I designed for fun, for myself, to show off to other people and impress them. I love showing things that are interesting to people. And Steve would say, I can turn this into money. And every time he did. so that was the nature of our relationship for the 5 years before Apple. Apple was actually the 5th time the Apple II computer that Steve took something that he came to town and saw that I had designed and wanted to turn it into money, because Steve had 0 money. The less money you have, the more motivated you are to find ways to get it.
Steve Jobs 0, I call it. It was Steve Jobs before we started Apple. And the fun times we had, the pranks we played, the laughter.
I'm the only one that knows that this guy here is someone you invented.
He really, quite a bit, manipulated his own legacy.
Any chance I can get you to go out there?
Personal dealings with people, what he kept inside of himself, where he might have been coming from.
What if, instead of it being in the right hands, it was in everyone's hands?
From when we started Apple, he was going to be the person in control, running things in the suits, representing the company, the face of the company.
The plan will reveal itself to you when you're ready to see it.
Steve was not a technical person. He was building a machine that he wanted for himself. One that was so easy, and you could just look at it. You could actually do things without having to learn all the structure and math and computer stuff.
Serious users want to customize. They want to modify. They want to jack it up.
They don't get a vote.
What every person is good at is what they value. And I value engineering. I was really good at it. But Steve, how could he contribute to a product? And it was the marketing, the explanation, and also wanting things to be simple. He was the master conductor, and that is good for the world. More than anything else, Steve Jobs wanted to be the person known for it. Steve Jobs is known for having some negative personality characteristics. And do you balance the good with the bad, or did the bad lead to the... History's going to remember him as one of those great technical leaders of all time, just like Edison. He might also be remembered for his negative personality. I think that's going to go with his legacy forever. But he led the world in the future, and everybody else then would follow once they saw it.
Look at their faces when they see what it is. They won't know what they're looking at or why they like it, but they'll know they want it.